Paytrace is excited to announce a new partnership with Guide to Interchange. And with me is founder Roger McNamara. We're excited with this new partnership. Roger is a consultant that works really well with B2B payments, and we found a really great fit with Paytrace. Roger, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your company.
Sure, Sam, thank you. And delighted to be with you guys at Paytrace today. This is great. So appreciate the opportunity. 30-year veteran of the payments industry. Most of my career was spent with American Express. I was former national director of sales in both B2C and B2B, and have recently decided to take a different path in my career and left Amex and have started a sales training and consulting company, particularly in the B2B space, where I work with ISOs and merchant sellers across the country and showing them the ins and outs of selling in the very complicated B2B space. But delighted to be here today because the number one question that I get all the time is, who is the best gateway to use out there? And the answer is always Paytrace. So appreciate the opportunity today.
That's awesome. And one thing that really captivated me, I've been doing sales training here with Paytrace for about 5 years now. And just in the initial few conversations I've had with you, I feel like I've learned just a ton about the sales process and really how B2B sales differentiates itself from more of your retail type sales. And tell us a little bit about, what can we expect from our conversations with you and how it is that you set up B2B payment sales?
Sure. So it's a really good question. A lot of the mistakes that we find in B2B sales are carryovers from our old B2C industry and the dreaded race to zero that a lot of our ISOs find themselves in today. B2B is a little bit more complex, and suppliers are not always in tune with the price that they're paying for acceptance. There are much lower cost alternatives within the B2B space for a supplier to take, ACH, wire, and check, to name a few. So when we go in as sellers and we're selling something that's 2.5% to 3% in cost, and we're offering to save that supplier a penny or two, that's not what's resonating with the supplier. So some of the things that we teach our partners is the value of cash acceleration, the operational efficiencies, the little known tax benefit that goes along in the supplier transaction. And then obviously what's very key with this partnership with Paytrace is the level 2 and 3 data that you guys have figured out how to automate. And finally, a customer service value. And when you put that all together, we teach the ISOs and the merchant sellers how to position credit as a collection tool and not an overhead in the process.
Right. And I've heard you call these different things the 5 pillars of B2B sales. And I find it very interesting that only one of those 5 is interchange optimization, right? A lot of folks, typically think of the level 2, the level 3 as really the end all be all that's going to help me close the deal. But there's so much more to that. There's so much more intrinsic value that we can be providing them.
Yeah, very true. Level 2 and 3 is the kind of easy button data that they can get their hands on. The other stuff is a little bit more complicated. You got to learn how to kind of dive into that B2B supplier to get the information out that you need, that you can present a solution that, to be honest, can be as cost effective as the check, ACH, and wire when you really do this correctly.
If you want to learn a little bit more about B2B payment sales and how Paytrace and some sales consulting with Guide to Interchange can really take your team to the next level, we've got this awesome dialogue between myself, Roger, and Eric Jenks, National Sales Manager at Paytrace. Check out the link below. Guys, if B2B sales was easy, everybody would be doing this. But it is one of the hardest types of payment sales, but it's also one of the most lucrative and valuable to you and your portfolio. And we want you to be successful. That's why we're putting out these resources for you to take advantage of. So if you want to grow your portfolio from 100,000 to 1 million, I strongly recommend reaching out to Guide to Interchange and Roger and learning a little bit more about B2B payments outside of just interchange optimization and get those tools that you need to really enhance your portfolio. Roger, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Sure, Sam. They can reach us by logging on to our website, www.guide2interchange, that's the number 2.com, Or you can send us an email at guide2interchange@gmail.com, or you can simply pick up the phone, give us a call, area code 561-379-3151. Again, 561-379-3151. Appreciate it, Sam. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks, Roger.